everybody again from Susia. We're really happy to start a new book. In Hebrew we call this book the book of Bamidbar, means in the desert. It's not just numbers, it's a whole story about what happened to the children of Israel when they were walking in the desert for 40 years. We have to know that this period of time, 40 years, it's the time that we became a nation, from slaves to a nation that can occupy the land. It was an easy time in the desert. We had to struggle a lot, but Hashem was carrying us. And we all the time had to prepare our mind to occupy the land, to be a nation that can fight for the values they believe. Therefore, we start the book with counting the people, but we don't count every child that was born. Hashem told Moshe, you should count the people, only the men, and only those who are above 20. Why? What's special in this age? This is the time when the people are ready to fight. We are building an army. How come? A spiritual people, they need an army? You count only the people that they can serve the army? The answer is yes. And why? We know that in this world, the only way to bring the values you believe, to allow Hashem be present in this world, is by creating a nation that can fight for values. So from the beginning of us being a nation, even though it was frightening at the beginning to fight, and therefore Hashem said, I cannot take them 3 days to Israel, they are not ready, they will go all around. But He count us as a camp of soldiers. And during the time we will be ready to fight. Exactly as we see in our days, that you can speak a lot about values, but as long as the Jewish people were out of their land and they had no army, no one counted them. No one counted the values of the Bible. And even more than that, at the end of the time of the Galut, when we were out of the land, came these Nazis' idea even to vanish the Jewish people, and we couldn't do anything because we were not an army. But only when we came back to the land and we start to think as we were told here in this book, then the values, the presence of Hashem start to rise again, and we start to count ourselves as people who need to serve in the army. So we understand that, again, to occupy Yerushalayim, you need an army. In Sunday, we celebrate 49 years of reunited Yerushalayim, the day of Yerushalayim. So we learn another thing from our history. One thing is to be strong, to have an army. Second thing is that this army has to be united. Therefore, in 48, the army was only in the beginning, when we were fighting on Yerushalayim, which was the major battle of the independence war. We tried to occupy Yerushalayim with all kinds of groups, but it still was not a united army, IDF. It was all kind of Palmach, Hagana, Etzel, still was not united. Therefore we lost this battle, and we lost Yerushalayim for 19 years. Only 49 years ago, in the miracle of the 6-day war, Then we were an army. Then we were a united army. And it took us only one day to reach the Kotel, to reach all Yerushalayim and Yehuda v'Shomron. And Baruch Hashem, we celebrate the day of Yerushalayim by walking again through all the gates into Yerushalayim with the flags, and we gather all together in the wall, in the Kotel. And after 49 years, it's about time to speak about the real thing. We are all praying, and now more and more people start to feel and to speak about it, that no more. Yerushalayim and the wall, it was only for the time of Galut, time when the presence of Hashem does not exist in the land. From now on, we have to speak about, my house shall be a house of prayer for all nations. We start to speak about the Hamikdash. B'ezrat Hashem, it will take less than 50 years that we will all be in Bet HaMikdash. Shalom lekulam.